So a lot of you may have heard of Two Tribes. They are a fairly old game studio, although we are looking at their last game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rive. My name is Dimebot. How are you doing? So we're going to take a quick look at this game. Like I said, it's Two Tribes last. I am not going to delve into the settings menu here because it's pretty pointless. There are no settings except for a video resolution menu that doesn't tell you what the resolution is. There is a speedrun mode. We're going to go ahead and start. And you play as Roughshot. And one thing I'll tell you right off the bat that I like about this game is the writing. It's very self-aware, breaks the fourth wall a lot, has a lot of references. I mean, what's not to love? So here we are, booting up our little Spider OS. And this is going to be our primary vehicle for the game. And you're going to see a lot of cutscenes in the game will take place through this little interface right here. And there we are. So, let's jump right on in. Now, I have played the first couple missions a couple times, and this game is hard, folks. I make no bones about it. It is not easy at all, but we're going to put on some classic game music, and we're going to be just fine. This is a twin-stick shooter, so I'm currently playing with a controller and using the left stick to move, the right stick to aim and shoot. You can change the controls. There are two different control methods. One of them uses the right stick to aim and the right trigger to shoot. The one that I'm using here is the right stick aims and shoots. You can play it with mouse and keyboard. It is serviceable. It is not a satisfying feeling, and I often felt like I died due to the controls with the mouse and keyboard, as opposed to dying because the game is an asshole with the controller, which is something you'll see. This game is basically a dick, and you will die a lot. But we'll break that down in a little while. Alright, let's get in here, and these guys are dead. Now, this little robot that greets you, the first time I played, I listened to him, and he explains a few things. This time, I didn't want to hear his ass, so we're just going to kill him.
As I was saying...
Thank you.
Alright, I'll just open the door.
Basically, you're a scavenger here to get loot off the ship. Now, this game is not afraid to throw a ton of enemies at you, and it's going to transition back and forth between what you saw in the beginning stage, which is kind of no-gravity flight sections, although not necessarily in space, to this walking tank platforming section, almost at will. And also you have this ability right here. You can hack different things. Later on, you'll gain the ability to hack various robots and have them help you. And there we go. There's the end of mission 1. You're going to fire off some fireworks every time you finish a mission because, hey, why the hell not? Somebody's got to celebrate. You'll get a little bit of backstory in between each mission. Kind of, well, not backstory, but story. Kind of telling you what's going on. You'll be scored. There is a leaderboard system. None of my friends are playing the game, so, you know. At least I'm number 1. So this game has a really nice aesthetic. I like the graphic style. It's crisp, it's sci-fi, it looks nice. Runs extremely well, as you would expect for a 2D game. No stutter. The lighting is nice. I mean, it's just all around a solid looking game. The backgrounds are nice and detailed, which is something that's a primary concern for me in a lot of 2D games, because I've seen a lot of 2D games that have really nice foreground art, but the backgrounds aren't that great, and this game definitely does not suffer from that problem. Let's keep on going down here, and we've got these mysterious crates here. Oh, nope, not so mysterious. So, you do have an upgrade system. There are health upgrades, well, armor upgrades, and weapon upgrades, and as well as an upgrade for your magnet to attract loot from further away. I'm going to go ahead and grab this shotgun one. They are purchased using the bolts that I've been picking up from the fallen enemies. And there you go, a nice reference to the BFG, which is, in fact, an amazing weapon. Now, on the controller, and this is one reason I prefer the controller, your different special attacks that are active are mapped to the face buttons A, X, Y, and B. This is a little hard to see when you look at the game's in-game controls menu because, well, it shows a PlayStation controller. Good job. Good job. But at least they have the same number of buttons. But it's nice to use the controller because you can simply tap the face buttons and switch between special attacks on the fly, which can be extremely useful. And here we see the other teleporter. So
Let's see what this does.
I wouldn't say there's necessarily a Metroidvania element to this game. I haven't seen a lot of room to explore, but there is the idea of going to different areas for different missions and getting different power-ups and different objectives. So here we are flying again.
A bunch of loot here.
And I don't know, I just
Inside.
feel a little floaty in these areas. They control fine, it just, obviously it's no gravity, zero gravity, so it does just feel a little off. Now one thing, let's talk about the difficulty of this game, because this game can be quite difficult. You notice that when I started the game, we started on hard mode. There is another difficulty that you can switch to in the options called soft mode, and soft mode is easier. You have more health and your bullets do more damage. However, this is one of those games that punishes you for playing on the easier mode by lowering your score at the end of all missions as well. Now, I tried soft mode out a little bit, and it is a good bit easier. This game, as I said, is pretty punishing, but it kind of fits with the theme of this game that it makes fun of you for switching to soft mode. Now, here is one of the other prime elements of the game right here. We're going to go ahead and get a piece of code for this nurse drone, and we're going to use it to hack the drone, because nothing will make it happier than making us happy.
That's pretty useful.
Later on, you gain the ability to do this with some gun drones as well, and they'll follow you around until they run out of ammo.
You're my escape from a world of pain. And my ticket into dangerous territory, apparently.
So many enemies. Now, one thing that does this is what means the music in the opening stage was quite good, and it gets a little disappointing afterwards. Here is, kind of an example of how the game is not afraid to just go absolutely crazy on you. I died to this multiple times the first time I played through it because, well, you just don't expect what's coming up, and the game is utterly ruthless about it. So he just yells retreat, and if you don't get far enough, like all the way back over here, you're just instantly dead. There's nothing you can do about it. And there's a lot of deaths like this in this game, very cheap deaths. Fortunately, it's very free with its respawns, but there are many times where I died without knowing quite what was going on because the game just all of a sudden decided that it wanted to kill me. If there's one major complaint I have about Rive, it's that a lot of the deaths feel extremely cheap. So this is alleviated, like I said, a lot by the fact that the game has an extremely generous respawn system, but be prepared to die a lot. If cheap deaths and that kind of frustration are not your thing, don't pick this game up because you will hate it. That's really all there is to say about Rive. It's a fairly straightforward game. It's got tight controls for the most part. I like the style. It's got some really interesting level designs, and it seems to vary things up pretty much every mission as you go. I've been running away from lava, riding a bunch of rocks across a sea of fire, fighting a giant flying robot whale. It's pretty interesting. It has its own upgrade tree. It's not a bad game for a final effort from Two Tribes. The settings menu kind of sucks, like I said, but it's more forgivable for this kind of game than for, say, a full 3D game. And there's a lot of cheap deaths, but if you can look past all that, the negatives, which are slight, I will admit, there's a really good game here with leaderboards and a speedrunner mode, so it'll keep you interested, it'll keep you coming back. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit the follow button and subscribe. We here at the Sanitarium love it when you guys press shiny buttons.
Special attack rate.
And I will see you next time.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you check out some of these other videos from Sanitarium.FM and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. The information is right below that big shiny subscribe button.